Everyone. So I'm here to talk about how how we know if something is morally right or wrong. Pretty much we've had a basis of a foundation from our parents. And they pretty much have told us, hey, this you should not be doing. Why are you doing that? This is wrong. This is right. Pretty much what exactly is right and what exactly is wrong. Now, whether we choose to listen, that's a whole different story. My name was repeated a lot. I chose to often not listen to my parents' suggestions or advice, and I learned from my experiences. So the next time something happened, I would make sure I wouldn't do that again. But for the most part, it's always good, to be able to live those experiences because the next time we know exactly what is going to happen. It's good to know that children can still be taught to learn from our mistakes. A good idea that I think to be able to teach the children what is morally right and what is morally wrong is a use of flashcards with a picture of the different scenarios that a child can come across. For example, on a card, someone's smacking his face. What can he do? And also, for the child that's smacked, is that okay? Is that something that's morally right to do? And the children, of course, can tell you from the card, no, it's not. And what would have been a better idea to have done had they felt the need to want to do that. Now, it's also good to keep in mind that in cultures, sometimes actions that they do are often morally right to them in their culture. For example, in China, if you finish your plate, it is okay with other countries, but it is not okay with China. If you finish your plate, it means they didn't give you enough and that you need more. And it's kind of an insult to them and you weren't given enough. However, in other countries, if you finish your plate, it means you really like their food. Now, in Latin America, especially Mexico and Guatemala, where my husband is from, a lot of them there often don't use silverware. Silverware doesn't even exist. It is most important to use what's called is a tortilla. A tortilla is basically somewhat of a looking of a piece of bread, and they use that to pick up food. But if you use a fork to them, it'd be very weird. They just look at you funny. They're not used to it. They're not used to seeing people use forks. But like I said, every culture is different, and it's always good before you go to any country that you find out what is good in that country, morally right, or what is not good to do, morally wrong in that country. And then that way you'll be well informed for every time you go to a different country. And that's pretty much it. I hope everyone has a good night and thank you for listening.